Alright guys, welcome back to the video. I just thought I'd make a quick video for you today on some of the bits I've acquired recently. Now here in the UK, most of the military affairs lately, the big ones have not really been happening, so there's not a lot of new stock going around and the prices they're really stupid, so it's been a bit slow the last while. So I haven't got like loads of big bits, but I've got a few little bits that I like that I've got in the last few months. I thought I'd show you them here now. So I shall bring them up one at a time and just let you have a see what I've got. Right, the first thing I've got for you is a big old pile of M1 Carbine magazines. So I had a couple of these already, but about 8 of them I've picked up recently at fairs. I got about 7 of them in one go at a place called Newark, and you see some of them had some inert rounds in them. As always, everything I got is inert, no live ammunition or anything here. So I now have 10 M1 Carbine magazines, so when I'm doing, probably mostly for use with the airborne impression when I use it, I can have these in my 2 rigger pouches and that'll just fill them up nicely. The rigger pouches that I have perfectly fit 5 of these, so I thought that would be something nice. So just need to get some more inert rounds so I can fill them all up. That seems to be quite hard to come by and very expensive, so I'm not sure when that will happen. So that's the first thing I've got for you. The second item I have is the Miltek Lamp that I picked up well, probably about a month ago now. You guys, some of you will have probably seen the video I made about this. That's a really nice piece of equipment, apart from the horrible colour. I mean, look at that. That is a disgusting green, so that'll probably get repainted. So I was really happy with this. That's a very good little item. And the fuel hasn't even all evaporated out of it yet. So these are cheap. I got this from Epic Militario. They're about £15. So if you need a lamp for your displays, I highly recommend one of these, and check out the video I made about it to see what it's like when that's all lit up, and see me being useless at lighting it because I didn't realise there's actually a lever to light it, so I was basically being useless. So there you go, that's the second thing. And a few weeks ago I was lucky enough to get hold of 2 pack boards on eBay. In the UK these are not the easiest things to come by and they get very expensive. I got 2 of them. One of them I paid a bit more than I wanted for, and the other one was cheaper. This one was cheaper. As you can see, this one I need to restring the canvas because that was wrecked, so I've just unstrung it. That doesn't have any quick release straps, but I have some spare. It did come with 2 shelves, so I let my friend take one of them because he had a pack board with no shelf. But the reason it was cheap, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see here, but yeah, you can just about see, that is warped. And that is warped at the top end. If I take that off, you can see that's bent there as well. Well, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. On the monitor that looks bent to me. So this one is a pretty banged up and needs some work, but that should be serviceable. And once you've got stuff on it, and if I really tighten down the rope when me and my mate re-rope it, that should take a lot of that warping out. So I was lucky to find 2 of them. The other one was the one you saw in the packboard video, which has the 30 cal mounted in it. That was the one of the 2. So happy to get them. I just want 1 more now. Another smaller item off the list I wanted, that I got last weekend actually, was 2 Springfield stripper clips with some inert ammo in them. I have a Springfield rifle, but I hadn't found any of the Springfield clips. I mean, these aren't the best. This one had broke immediately. You see the problem I have, if I bring this up to camera there, if you can focus in just about, you see the tiny little tab at the end of the bullet there? They break off immediately. These were basically disposable items. So one of them, that has broken off immediately. The other one I'm not going to touch. But I wanted these so I can actually demonstrate to people how you load a Springfield rifle, because my deactivated Springfield, you can put the stripper clip in it and load the rounds into it and close the bolt. It doesn't try and pick up a round, so it doesn't matter that the barrel's jammed, you can still close it to give people a demonstration of how they worked. So I was happy to get hold of them. I will probably pick up some more, but I'm going to try and get the ones for the K98. They're compatible, apparently they'll work at a Springfield, and they're easy to come by, so then I can just fill up my whole cartridge belt, because at the minute my cartridge belt just has Garand clips in it, so if I'm using a Springfield, obviously I'd rather have loads of these in it. So that's another little item off the list. Another little pickup I found. This actually got in a trade for the as part of the trade for the M3 accessory case that I had that I said I was getting rid of. So that's a really nice 1918 dated canteen. I was really happy to get hold of this. I like little bits and pieces like this. If I can bring it up there, you should be able to see the date clearly, or maybe not so clearly. So yeah, that's pretty clean. I've sterilised it. I've checked that's got no bits in it. I'm happy to use this. And I also got given by my friend to go with it, because it didn't come with a cup, sorry. He gave me a cup that he had. This isn't dated and looks to me, from what I've been told and what I've found, to be a one from the 60s. But that doesn't really matter. That's good enough to have my bottle in, and when there's lots of stuff like this around, it doesn't matter that it's just got a slightly different lip. I'm happy to use this at the back of a display with all of the other equipment for eating. So nice little pair, happy to get them, and they didn't really cost me a lot. And right here I've got a little pile of parts for the Jeep. The Jeep is up on wooden blocks at the minute, so we can get under it easier, because that needs some work. It's just how much work we're going to actually do is the question at the moment. So I just got a few bits, little gasket for the valve cover. I couldn't get hold of one of these, and I made one and it just didn't quite seal, so that's weeping, so I'll get that replaced with that. This little cap goes on the front of the gearbox, which mine is missing, and we think that, well, that was the source of an oil leak into the bell housing. The problem is, to fit this requires pretty much the removal of the whole gearbox and bell housing, which is a lot of work, so that may not get fitted. Might just leave the drip, and then one day if the clutch needs doing, we'll just pop this on then. But I thought I'd better grab it, so I've got it if I need it. This is a seal for the transfer case. That was £1. I thought I'd better get that, because we will be taking more of the transfer case apart, even if the gearbox doesn't come off. And if the one of these that's in it is banged up, I just swap it in. That was £1, so I might as well grab it. And here we have a seal, an oil seal for the transfer case. Same reason, we're going to be accessing that part of it anyway, so might as well change the seal out. And then after we did some work on it long ago, my Jeep for a long time has been flawless electrically. It's just started up first time every time, it's ran lovely, and all of a sudden the other day just wouldn't start. And I've mentioned this before, we're messing about with it, and end up being the condenser had gone, but some of the rest of it doesn't look great anyway, including the coil. And my Jeep's got the wrong coil anyway, it doesn't look authentic. So I've picked myself up a new 12 volt coil. It's not one of the really fancy ones with all of the exact correct markings and everything, but it looks a lot nicer than the one I've got. So I'm going to pop this on, even though my coil is still working, it really don't look great on the inside. So we'll pop this on, and then I'll keep the one that is already on it as a spare, because we know it does work. And then I've just got 2 sets of points and 2 condensers. I don't know if the condenser I put on it is really any good, or how long it's going to last, so I thought I'd get one that I know is good, and my points need changing, so I got set points as well, and then a spare set to have with me at all times, because the Jeep condensers are known for being useless. So even if you put a new one on, you still want spare with you. But as you can see, these bits all came from Joe's Milk Pool. If I can get it out of the glare, there you go. They're a really good company to work with. They're nice blokes. They make all their stuff, and it's just nice bits. And when I did the order, I also picked this up, which is their new parts catalogue. But that's more than a parts catalogue. That also has all breakdowns of different bits and pieces in it. Lots of information in here that you don't normally see. So I'm actually going to do another little video just showing you this, because although it's not a lot of World War II item as such, it's something that as soon as I opened it up and saw this electrical wiring harness diagram, I was like, this was worth the £6. So I've done a little video just showing you some of this and basically nerding out about how much I like it. And lastly, what I got for you today is an M44 Field Pack. I got this for a really good price, half of what the chap wanted, and I was more than happy to pay. And it's in pretty much immaculate condition. The only problem with it is where you put your e-tool here, You can see one of the bits is missing. I'll see if I can fit a new one at some point. But all of the straps are in excellent condition. The bag itself is in excellent condition. Very noisy. You can see. Really nice. It's not too faded. The US marking's nearly gone, but that's not the end of the world. And I was really happy to get this because my late war impression has an M44 Field Pack on it that has been turned into an M45. So it's an M45 made from an M44. You can see where all the straps and that have been cut. So really that's not overly accurate because to my knowledge M45s, they never make it to the front line before the end of the war. So I'll take the M45 off, replace it with this M44, and then I'm going to pop the M45 on my airsoft weapon, which uses the 44 pattern suspenders as well, the late war suspenders. And for the airsoft, it doesn't really matter that it's a bit off because airsoft and living history / reenactment, they're not the same, and it doesn't matter if your airsoft kit's a bit iffy. And my airsoft weapon is definitely a bit iffy. I'll show you one day. So yeah, that's the last button I got for you. I'm going to put this on probably before the weekend and put the 45 pack on the airsoft weapon, and I'll probably do a little video about my airsoft weapon for you just to show you how I use it. And but beware, that is not what I'd use at a living history event. That is a little bit far. So yeah, so that's all I got for you today. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing the items, and I'll see you next time.